Whew. What's Central Lab? So, a lot of people are, a lot of people are receiving horrible, horrible judgment, right? Behind the things that they've done, right? Not to only just you, but to everybody that they've done things to, right? You being the catalyst for their judgment, though, right? And you got people looking at you, you know, kind of coming to realizations, awakenings, right? Because the question was like with me, for instance, right? People tried so hard to make me come out of character, right? People try so hard behind the scenes to make me retaliate, you know? Even though I had every right to do so, I did. I did, absolutely, right? But I chose not to do that, right? I chose not to do that. Now, that doesn't say that my flesh didn't want to do it, because I did, all right? Because I did. I could have did some irreparable damage, right? But that's just the thing. That damage would have been to myself, right? Because I realized a long time ago, in the whole scheme of things, right? Things that are bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I know that me not retaliating, right, for things that were done to me is sparing my children, right? Even though I haven't had them yet, when I do, and I'm gonna, a house full of them, right? If I was to retaliate and go tit for tat or whatever, right? 222 on the timer. My kids would have inherited all of that negative karma, that heavy negative judgment. My kids would have inherited that. 2, 2, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, right? They would have inherited all of that, right? Whether they're here or not here yet, you know. And sometimes the judgment that you deserve, right, can skip over you and hit your children. Right? For an example, maybe I don't want to use anybody else for an example. For an example, let's just say, okay, how about a father, right? Let's say there was a father that treated women badly, right? That was abusive to them physically, mentally, spiritually abusive to them, right? And that father had a daughter. Matter of fact, that father had all daughters, right? Those daughters would be cursed in their relationships to be beat up on physically, spiritually, and mentally. Why? Because their father treated women in that same way. Their father did the same things to the women that were in their lives. So their children, their daughters, are gonna receive the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Right? And when I get mad, like really, and it takes me a lot to get there, beloved. Like somebody really has to be picking at me, you know. But when I get to that point where I'm so pissed off to where I feel like I want to do something to you, right? My kids come into play, right? Even though I don't have them yet, right? I always got my kids in mind because I know I'm gonna have kids, a lot of them, right? And I'm doing what I'm doing for my kids anyway, right? Not just for the collective and my purpose, but for my kids too, right? Breaking generational curses, so my kids and their kids and their kids don't have to deal with them. They don't have to deal with the same things I dealt with growing up. They don't have to deal with the same abuses, the same tormenting behavior from people. You know what I'm saying? Even though, there'll be some people in the world that are just like that, right? But it won't come from curses from within the family, from within the bloodline. Why? Because I've taken care of that already. Me and God had already partnered together and then walked this thing out already, right? So people are starting to realize this now. People are starting to understand that they're awakening, right? While they're going through what they're going through, they're understanding now why, they couldn't get you they couldn't provoke you to, um, lash out at them or retaliate at them, right? Now they're understanding, right? Or starting to understand, you know? Um, and it's sad to say, nobody cared about their children. They took no thought of their kids when they were doing what they were doing. 555 on my timer. None. None. Beloved, I spent a lot of time praying for other people's children that were coming against me. I spent time praying for their children because they didn't think about their kids at all. All they thought about was clout, was looking good in front of somebody, was trying to look a certain way in front of people who didn't care nothing about them. They didn't care nothing about them. Yet you're trying to impress the Joneses while trying to keep up with them. The Joneses don't care. They don't give a damn. They don't care. Just like they shouldn't care. Right? Now their kids are suffering or are going to suffer, right? On down the line until a generational curse breaker is born. Right? Which is sad, but people have choices, man. People got choices, man. And people take that they treat it very candid, right? The fact that we have choices. Look. Imagine if we didn't have choices. Imagine if we didn't have a choice and we had to do this, and that. Imagine if we didn't have free will. Do you know? So it's like when you got a choice and you're not even thankful for the fact that you get a choice in the matter, choices will be taken away from you. You heard of prison? Yeah. Hey, there ain't no choices in there. Well, yeah, there's no choices in there. Their choices don't exist behind those prison walls. They don't exist. Nope. You do. Whatever people behind them stone walls say do, when they say do it, how they say do it. And there's nobody there to help you, to save you, to nothing. Nothing. I don't even want to get into prison politics, but you know what I'm saying, right? So I take pride in the fact, and I'm thankful for the fact that I have a choice, right? Or choices, and try to make the best one possible to me at the time, But congratulations, beloved. Like, I'm proud of every last one of us. Like, for real, I am. Like, we showed some strength. We showed some fortitude. We showed some real rooted grounding type. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of us were grounded, rooted in our position, right? Steadfast in building our foundation, a foundation that's steady, a foundation that cannot be messed with. It can't be shaken. It can't be knocked down. The pillars of the foundation that we have set, that God has assisted us in setting, that we have set upon Him, right? Immovable. Right? Tornado can come, tsunami, earthquake, whatever's coming, it's not going to knock this down. It's not going to knock this down. Why? Because God is holding it up. He's holding it up. Right? So, I'm proud of y'all, beloved. And keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, because the fun, the fun is about to begin. Okay, the fun is about to begin. So mark that there. I love y'all, beloved. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.